here. Oh, he went back. And that one's saying, don't go. Come on. They're going to be gone in a minute.
Jacksonport State Park is located in the upper Delta region of northeast Arkansas, about 90 minutes northeast of Little Rock, just off Highway 69, near Newport, Arkansas. Jacksonport offers 20 Class A campsites with 50 and 30 amp electric and water hookups. Well, good morning to yous. We are at Jacksonport State Park this morning. We got in last night about 4:30. Got all set up, and then I was going to try to do a video, but it was cloudy and kind of rainy, so I didn't. But I'll show you our campground. We are in number 20, I think it is. So you get a fire pit. Somebody left us a couple logs, a grill, a little picnic bench, a lantern hanger. The pads here are pretty nice, cement pads. We did not have to level side to side. It was perfect. Just had a level front to back. Take you around back here, kind of show you some more of the campground area. So that's the White River. Can't really see it from here, but that's the White River out there. But I believe they have 20 sites here. And I've done a video on the visitor center, if you want to check that one out. But that's kind of the campground here. And we are in number 20. They have 20 amp and 30 amp service here. Water, but no sewer hookups. They do have the dump station, which is just right down the road here. It's kind of quiet other than just regular campground noises. Pad's not quite long enough for my truck and the camper, so I had to park a little bit on the grass, keep the truck out of the road, because we've got the camper about as far back as it can go. So it's supposed to start raining here today about 3 o'clock, and we're about to go out on a little adventure. And I don't know if any of y'all do this, but whenever it rains, I put a bag over our electrical pedestal, because we use a bulldog, and those things are not waterproof. So I'm going to put a bag over the pedestal just in case while we're gone it starts raining. Now they do say that they're water, what is it? They're water resistant, but they're not waterproof. So just wondering if any of y'all put bags or protect your EMS. And that's how I do it. I just get these big old bags from Walmart. They're like construction site bags. Use them for a lot of different stuff. That's just one of the things I use these for. I've got the pedestal all wrapped up, protected. All right, we're gonna walk out here to the river, the White River. They had a tornado come through here back in March. You can kind of see those trees where they're kind of stripped at the top. That was where I think it went through. When we leave out of here, if I remember, I'll video that where you can see all the trees that got blown over. I think it was back in March when they had that tornado come through here. Because we were here, I think, last December, and everything was fine. And when we came through this time, we're like, oh man. All right, so here's the White River. So you can see we're a pretty good ways from it. Really, even those campgrounds aren't that close. They're closer, but not that close to it. This is the White River. See how these trees are full at the top? Then you start going over that way and you see less trees, and the trees that are standing, a lot of the tops are out of them, or the tops are stripped even. That's where this tornado went across, was right here. Somebody else pulling out. Wonder if everybody's pulling out before the rain comes in. Well, we're gonna attempt it. The weather ain't supposed to get like rough or nothing. It ain't supposed to be thunderstorms. It's just supposed to be rain. What does that say? Tree IV. Okay, I guess you give the tree an IV. So here's what I was talking about, where I think the tornado came through here. See the trees down all along through here. They're kind of stripped. That's a good sign of a tornado or very strong winds. See the top of those are all, that's twisted right there. Yeah. Yeah, and then they got a bunch over there.
That's a bad mess.
Yeah. So our little excursion for this day was to go to Hampton Archaeological State Park. So be watching out for that video. It's a pretty interesting place.
Smoke on the water.
Song. Smoke on the water song.
Yeah. That's just... And then, you know what comes out? Crazy Craig's Cheeky Monkey Bar. I think that's not the words of the song. Smoke on the water.
I thought that was what it said.
I did too.
That night we decided to eat at the Angry Possum in Newport. And if you're looking for a pretty good cheeseburger, you should check out the Angry Possum. So we're at the Angry Possum in Newport, Arkansas. Gonna have some food. We're moving. That's the one I think is pretty funny. And then you got them guys over there, rock band. That's pretty funny. Got a foot on the table and a coffin on the table. Well, welcome back to a rainy morning. It rained all night last night here at Jacksonport State Park. And we're gonna be pulling out today. A lot of people have already pulled out, but we're gonna pull out later today as the weather permits. But I thought this morning I would maybe do a little, take you up to the bathhouse and have a look-see there. And then I have a little story to tell you that I was gonna do yesterday, but I totally forgot. So their bathhouses are up on stilts because this area is prone to flooding. Okay, got some toilets and 2 showers. So there you have it. So their bathrooms, shower house, pretty clean. And seems pretty up to date. And you got some steps to come up to get to the bathhouse, but it's also wheelchair accessible. See the White River out there, which is what we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. And those folks over there in the white car, I guess they weathered out the weather in that tent. I've done that plenty of times. Last night was the first time during a rainy night that we've been in that camper, and I was so thankful we weren't in a tent. Because if you ever dealt with a rain all night long in a tent, oh, it can be miserable. All right, so I am up underneath the pavilion because, as you can see, we got another downpour coming. A little something for you if you ever come out here. History or mystery, whatever you want to call it. Wives' tale, whatever you call it, says that there's a monster that lurks in these waters here. It's called the White River Monster. So it was from a plantation farmer that was in this area, reported the monster, seeing the monster, and he reported it as having gray skin and as wide as a car and 3 cars long. And when he reported this, of course, you know, they wanted to catch it, so they came out here with building a rope net, but that kind of failed because I guess they ran out of funding. And in the 1937, it was reported again by a local fisherman who said he had spotted the creature, and he described it with like the skin of an elephant, maybe 4 to 5 feet wide and 12 feet long, with the face of a catfish. There's been like over 100 so-called sightings of this creature. The last being like back in the 1970s. I guess it was back in 71. The person who spotted it said that the creature had peeling skin. Actually, he said they found tracks of it on Towhead Island, which is down the river here. Tracks were 3-toed tracks, 14 inches in length on this Towhead Island, leading down to the river through a path of bent trees and crushed bushes. But here's the really, really funny part, okay? So in 1971, the Arkansas State Legislature signed a law, or a bill into law, I should say, that was presented by Senator Robert Harvey. And they created the White River Monster Refuge. So now it is illegal to harm the White River Monster while it's in this refuge. If you come down here, the state park part of this that you see is in that refuge. So if you see the White River Monster here, you cannot harm it, okay? Don't feed it, but you can't harm it either. But that is the legend of the White River Monster. So if you come out here camping and you hear some thudding in the night, you might want to just stay indoors, because it could be the White River Monster out looking for a meal. And I've heard it preys on travel trailers and fifth wheels and motor homes, RVs. They had some experts come out here. There's some kind of a seal or something that came up that was way off course. Another guy said it was what is that? It was manatees. Said it was probably a manatee. Other people say that it was just debris floating in the river because this river floods. It was even actually, there are going all the way back to Native American legends of this monster in this river. During the Civil War, there was a so-called sighting of it. They said it tipped over a boat. I don't know, I think it was a Union boat. But that, my friends, is the legend of the White River Monster. So come on out, see if you can find the White River Monster. Well guys, thanks for joining us on this little trip. It was a pretty nice trip up until that last day when it rained all day long. And we had to pack everything up in the rain. But what are you gonna do? We managed. But anyways, we had a good time anyways. Thanks for watching and hope to see you on the next one.